follow-up from my first video the other day. Okay. Um, Basically, we want to cover a little more of an introduction of myself, what my setup is, what am I using, some of the tools that I've been working with over the last month. Most of them are free. So let me start with an intro. Like I said earlier, Prasanna Hariram. I live in the suburbs of Philly, in Malvern actually, and I have around 24 plus years in the software IT industry experience. Started as a developer, got into project management, and over the last 15 years, I've been agile coach, process productivity improvement consultant. Worked with things like lean manufacturing and so on. But basically, I've been working with changing people's mindset about new ways of working, bringing in productivity in what they do, efficiency and improvement, and so on. So it's been pretty good, a varied experience across multiple different companies as a consultant, and pretty well paying job. Everything was good, but somehow over the last few years, I've not had the drive. The monotony of the work has been really something that I didn't enjoy, and there was no drive to get up in the morning and get to work. So, the AI buzz that has been going on for the last year or so, I was probably, I've always been a person with who's interested in new technology, and this somehow over the last couple of months caught my eye, and I've kind of diving into it. So, like I said, my earlier background was I was an early adopter in Agile, and that the last 15 years I've spent on that. I think now on it's everything is around AI, and I'm hoping that this is going to be the future. Okay, that's about me. Okay, so this is my setup. Um, I have a couple of monitors. This is my main monitor which I use for working. This is the additional monitor for things like YouTube, music. This one I kind of organized it for email, my mail client, Gmail, so on. The main computer I use is a M4 Mac Mini. It's a amazing workhorse, very fast, and I just love it. Right, so I have a speaker and so on. I also use my Kanban board out there. Try to kind of organize the work on on a board, and I like moving stuff around there. Yeah, that's the main hardware setup. Okay, so I'm going to give a quick tour of some of the tools that I'm using, apps and tools. So the first thing is the browser. So I'm using this thing called Arc browser. So one thing I realized, right, like when you're trying to do research and think you have a lot of tabs open and you need to kind of find some good way to organize, that way the Arc browser is really good in tab management. You can have different multiple spaces. You can do split views, especially if you have a large screen. You can have multiple split view screens, look at things, at the same time. The other tool I want to talk about is Notion. So again, when I'm talking about these tools, I'm not doing a detailed analysis of the tool. There are multiple videos. I'm talking to you about, how I use it as a new user, some of the things that I find good. Notion is like Notes or OneNote on steroids, right? Like you have so many things that it's also AI enabled, AI assistant, embedded, and all that. But mainly to kind of organize all your different notes. You can also embed videos and links. It makes it really super rich and everything in one place. So Notion is something I would definitely recommend to everybody. Again, I'm using a free version. Most of it is free. I've not bought any of these tools. It comes with some restrictions, but more you can still use most of it, right? The other one productivity tool that I'm using is called Raycast. Kind of a shortcut manager. It, it creates a bunch of shortcuts, right? Like if I do Alt C, I can, open up Chat GPT. Everything is customizable, right? I can set up my shortcuts for all the frequently used tools. I can also do shortcuts for, like, if I do like this, it'll replace it with my email ID. So I think the intended use is, especially when you're doing a lot of prompting, you can kind of pre-populate prompts in your Notion or some kind of a database, and then create shortcuts to it, and paste it, and then edit it a little bit and use it. That way you don't have to keep typing all the prompts all the time, right? So Raycast is amazing. I love Raycast. So those are some of the productivity tools. So the main tools I'm using right now to kind of learn, understand, apart from obviously YouTube and other social media things, is I looked at a lot of courses online. Again, maybe I may make a separate video on that, but finally kind of zeroed in on Coursera. I'm taking the Coursera Plus plan. Just started with one of the courses. I'll let you know how that goes. So yeah, my main daily driver is Perplexity. This is a wonderful tool for so many things, right? From things like catching up on your news, to research stuff. It's really amazing. So between Perplexity, Chat GPT, and Claude is another amazing chatbot. I love Claude too. And then some of the other things that I've been using is this tool called Notebook LM. So this is something to kind of consolidate and research on articles from. So, for example, I was trying to do a financial analysis of my finances, and I uploaded all my bank statements, and then it will kind of extract from it, and then I can ask questions on, okay, what are my top expenses in the last 3 months, which are the top 5, and so on, and then kind of it'll do all that analysis for you, right? So Notebook LM, beautiful research tool. Apart from that, I've used 11 Labs, for text to speech. I'm again playing around with this.
Forever improving each other's craft. A newcomer to Algorithmica asked, but aren't you both?
Right? Try to create like maybe podcasts or things like that. And again, this is a free version. It comes. It's not like unlimited. You can't do multiple things in a day. Then I use Canva for some video editing. Again, I know people use Canva for so many other things, but this is how I've used it. It's working pretty well. So yeah, so these are some of the things that I have. Okay, so I was hoping it's a short video, but it looks like it still turned out pretty long. But yeah, all I wanted to say was these are some of my daily tools and things that I've been using. And yeah, I'll probably put out something later next week around, LLC formation, Coursera, how that goes, and so on. Okay, so catch you guys in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye.